with night 3 of our Come Dine With Me series, and this night featured Matthew Raleigh as our hostess with the mostess and chef for the evening. To start off, I will say the menu was delivered quite late. It arrived in my inbox at about 4 p.m. with kickoff time expected anytime between 5:30 and 6. So just in order to prepare, or if I had any issues with any dietaries, there wasn't much of a window there. I was given no option, and it felt like a last minute thought, which I didn't really appreciate. In terms of the menu, apologies, I was rudely interrupted. As I was saying, the menu itself, although at first glance seemed very professional and well thought out, the sizing issue of the writing wasn't really to my taste or liking. I just thought that it could have been done better. It could have been just more cohesive. You know, if you're going to have a particular style and font and size, I think it should be throughout the whole menu, not just sporadically thrown in. Again, could have been an afterthought, last minute, you know, whatever. The service overall tonight, let's just say it was lacking. There was, yes, beverages offered, but I feel like there was no interaction with the guests. Our host didn't really join us for entrees as he was too focused on his mains, so it kind of gave me low expectations for the entree. There was no music, no mood lighting for the occasion, so I feel like that could have definitely been stepped up a little bit. It's only when we actually put our music ourselves so we get some kind of a flavour of what the theme and the ambiance is going to be for the evening. Entree fairy bread, love it. It's a classic, can't go wrong. Was very happy with that decision from Matthew, and it was presented very lovely on the plate, so I'll give you bonus points for that. The mains dishes came out sporadically, some sitting on the table for up to 10 minutes, which allowed them to cool, which I don't really like. I like, you know, if I'm going to serve a meal, everything needs to be hot and piping into the same temperature. That's kind of the difficulties of cooking a large meal, is making sure everything finishes at the same time. So I feel like the chef was a bit inexperienced with cooking a roast in that capacity. So I will have to dock him points for that. The taste and flavour though were fantastic. One of the best roasts I've had. Lamb roasts, I will say. Very good. Potatoes, fantastic. I went back for seconds, if not thirds, which is a great sign. So kudos to the chef. The serving plates were not very good, but again, this is more about taste than presentation, so I will give him that. And finally, the dessert was a bit of a texture struggle for myself, but I still made it through a little bit of it, and the flavour was there, the presentation was excellent. I do feel like the host overall was a little bit absent throughout the evening, excusing himself quite a lot and not really participating in much conversation, as he was probably too flustered about other dishes. But overall, it was a very pleasant evening. I enjoyed myself. I loved the casual vibes. So yeah, my score is to follow.
Hello. So it is night 3 of Come Dine With Me, and we have had Matt's night. Kiwi cuisine, apparently. Who knew roast lamb was kiwi? Not a kiwi fruit in sight, but we will give him that. It's lashing rain in Sydney, which is nice for the roast dinner. Comments. Menu wasn't given to us until maybe 2 hours before the meal, so that's a bit of a we had fairy bread to start, which was white bread and butter and sprinkles. Never had it before, don't know what it was. Did I enjoy it? Yes. We had that. Now we had that was served at the kitchen counter, which I wasn't a fan of. We did have new stools, but I wasn't a fan. Our main, then, I have to give it to him. I have to give it to him for the main. The roast lamb was something else. The only better roast lamb I've ever had is my mom's, and I actually think it's on par. Like, fuck me. The roast lamb, I think I'll be thinking about till the day I die. It was beautiful. The gravy was perfect. Hasselback potatoes. Didn't know they were called Hasselbacks until today. Hasselback potatoes, roast pumpkin, roast carrots, green beans. Beautiful. One comment though, mint sauce rather than mint jelly. I'm deducting a point for that. That's 1 point gone. The taste was beautiful. Then we had, I can't think what it was called for dessert. Ambrosia? I don't know. Lovely, 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 lovely. And we had some red wine. I think now the other, so 1 point deducted for, I can't remember. Oh, why can't I remember? 1 point deducted for the, what did I say? I'm only after 1 glass of wine. 1 point is deducted for the serving the fairy bread on the counter, and there's another point deducted for something else that I can't remember. So overall, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. It was excellent. 8 out of 10. Now I think he's won the battle of the roast for lamb, and I think I won battle of the roast for chicken. So we'll just concede for that. So yeah, 8 out of 10. Well done, Matty.
This is for Sir Matthew's dinner. Very nice, very tasty, great menu. Loved the traditional fairy bread, really good. Bit more, I feel like that was made more of a dessert though, rather than an entree. Not complaining, but just noted, because it was good. But lamb was good, potatoes were excellent, veg was really nice. Presentation could have been a bit better, but overall really tasty, and loved the Kiwi music on in the background again, sticking to theme, and also pleasantly surprised by the dessert. Don't eat strawberries, so had to leave those behind, but still delicious. So yeah, could have been a bit more organized at the beginning, but came through, and overall I think I'll give a 7 out of 10.